Welcome to our podcast. I'm Stacey Donadio.
And I'm Shannon Fasone from Turnkey Women,
where we're opening doors for women in business.
Cheers. Welcome back to the next podcast episode with Turnkey Women. We are here with one of our Turnkey women, Renee Hruska, who we kind of met. Hruska. I was practicing. How'd I do?
Great. You did great.
Good. Okay. We met indirectly, and then we met people that didn't knew each other.
Yeah, I think we both met at Sam's shop the first time.
At Muff Shop,
yeah,
yes.
At the Muff Shop.
With your friend Shannon.
Yes. Yep, my neighbor.
We live literally minutes from each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were another pointer.
Yes, she's a point girl. She's a borough girl. But literally up the street.
Yeah.
Up the street. And we were at the Muff Shop soft opening?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Shout out to Sam, Muff Shop in Point Borough, if you haven't been. And she's got,
so cute.
She looks incredible, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of hate her a little bit. Sorry, Sam. I never looked like that.
First of all, she didn't even look like she was pregnant when she was
the whole
pregnant.
Time,
now she doesn't look like she just had a baby. So God bless. God bless. But that's when we met. And then I randomly went to a master class and met somebody else that we had in common, but we didn't know that until you came to an event. So let's start from the beginning. We always do.
The beginning of where we started?
Yeah,
the relationship, or
how you found yourself at Muff Shop, how you are sitting here in front of us with 4 of many books that you have created. And she's a mom of 2 boys?
2 boys, yeah.
Ages what?
5 and 3 next month.
Oh.
So I'm in it.
You say,
I'm in it, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, exactly. I'm like, ooh.
It's too far away for her.
I have teenagers. So I have 14, 12, and 8. So my 8, he might as well be 3. Because I treat him like he's 3.
Everybody's like, enjoy it now. It's the best age. I'm like, is it though?
It
because
is.
I feel like I'm under attack.
Always.
You are.
Always.
And I'll never forget my best friend's older sister. She's 11 years older than us. So obviously her kids are now, her youngest is, the twins are freshmen in high school. But she would say to me, little kids, little problems, big kids, big problems.
Yep.
And it's the truth. You think poop.
What do you right. I was what do we classify? Let's not.
Poop,
we'll cut that. Yeah.
Sharpies, Sharpies on everything.
I have
toilet paper throughout the house.
Wait, last night I don't think I told you the story. My youngest, who is our stinker, as I went to get his towel out of the linen closet, took the Mr. Bubbles bubble thing, brand new. Dumps it down the drain, and all I hear is him saying, "Ooh, the bubbles, love the bubbles." And then I went downstairs to go to the bathroom in my bathroom, and it was full of bubbles.
Yes, he
in
loves
my
the bubbles.
Toilet. No. It came down through our system, and was so much the bubbles clogged our toilet.
Is this my friend James?
How did you know?
Okay,
so you're in it. I get it. That's why she said ooh, and I said
yeah. Ooh, exactly.
Ooh and that sums it up.
The ooh and the ah.
But what I would imagine that your kids were an inspiration, or you know, kind of how they got you with these.
They were, for sure. So if you want to start from the beginning, I was a cardiovascular technician for 10 years.
Wow.
Before I became a stay-at-home mom. So
what does that look like in life? Going from, you're good with the chaos.
Were you hospital or were you in office?
I was in an office.
Okay.
So I worked for 5 doctors, all different personalities.
Yeah.
So I always said, I already had 5 kids before I had my own child, because you had to know how to treat each one individually.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and that's just like being a mom. You have to know how to treat each of your kids to their own things.
They're so different.
Yep.
They're each their own.
So then when I stayed home, I needed something. I'm just not the kind of person that could just be a stay-at-home mom. I start to feel a little lost, a little sad, a little depressed, a little what am I doing? I can't even have
what
an
happened
adult.
to my identity.
Yeah, I can't even hold an adult conversation, I felt like. So I started making home decor after my first son, Lincoln, my older one. Tier tray stuff, little beaded garlands, tchotchke stuff. But then when I had
live for that
Nolan,
stuff.
I know I have so many things, so I should just send you pictures. You could take some stuff.
No, I can't. We're moving. Sorry,
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna miss point. But if I bring anything else home, Greg is going to put me out. Back.
You and all your stuff.
He's like, if you're not a hoarder, I don't know what is, but stop bringing bags. I'm like,
That's
but it's
true.
new stuff. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were making things at home.
Making things like that. Then when I had Nolan, he was everything hands in the mouth. So, and a lot of it was tiny.
Bye-bye beads.
And he did bye-bye beads. He did not want to stay in the pack and play.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm
That second
done with
child,
this. And then there was just like a little bit of a lull for like a couple months. And then Lincoln started getting into like activity books and things like that. And because he was little, he would want not just coloring. He would want like, you know, the matching things and you draw the other half and like other things. And I couldn't find like one book that had it all in it. So I made one.
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
And
find
then-
the problem and
Yeah.
know the problem and find the
solution.
resolution.
Yeah. And I started just with like a notebook. I'm like, let me see if I even could learn how to like format something. Like I don't know anything about that, not my field, nothing. So I did it. I found some programs that helped me do it. I use BookBolt actually to format, which is super helpful if anybody's interested in that. But this was the first one that I made.
Let's see.
So cute.
The At the Shore one, and I actually feature local Point Pleasant spots in it.
Oh, I love that.
So there's
That
some, like on the
is-
bottom of some pages,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
one's Lenny's Colonial Market, and then Divvy Trees in there, Gordon's Surf Shop,
Very cool.
Little Point Bookshop.
Point Lobster Company.
Yeah, Point Lobster, so-
this is so cool.
with
It's
their
really well
name
done.
and address. So then if anybody buys it, they visit the shore. They could visit some of the local
This should
spots,
be
which
in
is-
every like gift shop in Point.
Yeah, you're right. It should.
And maybe you should do them for other shore towns, and then it should be in all those
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Maybe you could take Stacy the Elf to
Maybe.
another place.
Maybe, maybe. Anyway, let's continue.
So then I started making a couple seasonal ones. Like I have a Christmas activity book, Halloween one.
Yeah, we got them. And
yeah.
I actually forgot that I ordered them.
Yeah.
And they showed up. I was like, oh, look what my mom got. I'm like, how did my mom know to buy from Renee on Amazon? I'm like, and then I was like, wow, that's that late night scrolling. where
Yeah,
you're like, I forgot I needed these.
Yep.
And then they
Yeah.
show up.
It's like
That's
Christmas
what
every
happens.
day.
It is.
I had a
Right?
stack
That's what my
the other
husband would
day.
say.
So
know.
I love
my,
this.
My son James did say that the other day because we ordered all of our holiday bop stuff and it was as tall as he was and he goes, oh, Christmas. And I'm like, not for you, honey. It's not yet.
Oh, so sweet. So
But go ahead, tell us. I love this.
Yeah, so then it kind of just spiraled in a good way.
Yeah.
Like you want to teach your kids how to be grateful and about gratitude. So I made the gratitude journal, which has some affirmation coloring pages and just like simple, like a 5-minute page to do with them. It connects you to your child and also helps them learn to be a little bit more grateful, even just for the little things.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
know.
that's nice.
That is great.
in life. Yeah, so that's definitely a fun one. And then I made the postpartum
Yeah, I just picked that
activity
up.
book.
Let's
which,
talk about that.
What's
What's
one
in
of my
a postpartum
favorites.
activity book? Like, what are we
So
doing?
I
Go get a massage.
I know. Check. Yes,
Weekly
that should be in there.
check-in?
Yep, a weekly check-in. There's some quotes, like inspirational quotes. There's how are you feeling pages. There's coloring pages. There's brain games.
She loves the
Fill in the.
coloring.
I do.
There's all like to get you back in touch with yourself because I didn't
I love
realize
that.
it, but
Ooh, I love this.
after- yeah.
This week's positive affirmation,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then you
there's
write it.
weekly goals, what I can control and what I can't control. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
yesterday
important.
was 11/11, and I'm super stuck
Yeah.
on it. And that was one of the resounding things is letting go of what you can't control.
Yeah.
And it sounds like one of those things that you just like hear.
yeah.
But when you actually do it
Yeah.
and you feel what it feels like on the other side, you're like, why in hell would I hold on to things that
I can't control. Like
In-
I can't
in my
control
head,
like
right?
how much
Like-
my baby's crying if
Yeah.
they're just a crier. Like and that was Lincoln. He was a crier.
Bad moments don't make bad moms. I love this.
Yeah.
This is your reminder to eat. This is really. See, this should be everywhere too. I can think of like 3 shops this should be in right now.
Yeah, there was nothing like that out there. I looked for it. So everything that
This is
I
cool.
realized I needed but didn't seek in that time because when like you're in it, you don't realize you're suffering with like postpartum depression or rage or
anxiety,
everything.
Yes.
Pretty much a mother
Your
goes through
hormones
after
are
that.
screwing you up, and lack of sleep. I mean, the endless amount
all
of
of it. The assault
things.
on your life. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like you went from being a totally self-sufficient, strong, confident woman to like bleeding, oozing, crying, not sleeping, and no one identifies you as anything other than a mother.
A
now.
mother, yeah. How's
and
the
you're
baby?
supposed
How's
to
the
only
baby
be
doing?
grateful for that.
Yeah.
Right.
And we are. But we don't have to.
No,
be like
I remember a
100%.
moment, and it was like 2 a.m. and I had just had my oldest, and he was a baby, and I was just crying, and I'm holding him, and I'm like, shouldn't I not be? I should be blissful. I should be glowing.
No.
I should be dancing, and here I am, and I put on. I used to watch the Hallmark Christmas movies when I was pregnant with him, and I'm like, just get it out. I'm like, just get it out.
You have to. You
Yeah.
have to
Get it
sometimes.
out of me. I don't want to feel like I can't. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing that no one talks about.
That's
But
true.
add
Well,
it to the
she
list,
did.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the list of stuff that no one talks about.
Moms tend to get forgotten, especially when there's a new baby.
And people don't want to talk about like not having this picturesque perfect. It's like when, and I know you'll tell me I'm wrong, but like when I hear Stacey say, "I loved being pregnant," I'm like,
God, no, I hate it.
I loved
if
being
I could-
pregnant. It was the infant that
I hated
got
being
me.
pregnant.
but you're supposed to feel some sort of way, and the real feelings get just like
I
shoved.
had an easy pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like I've
Yeah, I
watched
did not.
friends like get tortured by pregnancy.
Yeah, that was me.
No,
I
I
was
had
throwing
huge
up nonstop
children,
until
and
it
like
was-
19
yes.
weeks.
Terrible.
Like all day, every day.
I had a girlfriend who vomited all day for 40 weeks.
Yeah, that was my
And
mom
then
with
the
my
minute
sister.
she had the baby, all 4 babies, the minute she had her babies, she'd feel
I would
better.
not have had 4 babies.
No,
That's what I said.
nope. I thought indigestion like for that long was bad, but
Yeah.
puking, oh, I would know.
You'd be talking to her, and
But
she'd
that's
go,
what happens. You have the baby, and it's like, first of all, you have pregnancy brain, which I couldn't even. I was having a fight with my husband. Wasn't fighting, just like saying something, being a husband, and I was like, "Why would you do?" And he's like,
The thing
"What
you did."
happened?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's that word?"
What were we
He's like-
talking about? Who are you? Where
He's
am
like-
I?
Yeah.
He's like, "How about lunch?" He's like, "I never had to be smart when you were pregnant." He's like, because it was like,
Yeah.
But then after, when you get your clarity back, but it's not fully back, and you're lost in the baby,
Yeah.
and then you get lost, like, I would find that to be something like your baby's sleeping, try to sleep. Most of us can't.
Yeah.
Like, give yourself some
5
time
minutes.
to
You just
process.
need 5 minutes. Do 1 page a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
I
any
love
page
it.
that speaks to you. It doesn't have to be right from the beginning. It could be anything.
And
Like,
I
flip
find
it
it
open
hard.
and choose one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that book. I think that's
And that guides you. Like, for me, that's like very manageable, as silly as it sounds, but you're laying out the structure of like what, instead of like, people are always like, you should journal. And I think about this all the time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what do I want to say?
I know.
sometimes my journals would be so negative. I'm like, I don't want to look
Yeah.
back and read this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is like my journal of despair.
Yeah.
Not like-
It's the one you have to burn.
I was gonna say, like, maybe that's our new burn book. Like,
yeah.
write it and then
set it on
literally
fire. We're
burn
literally
it.
burning it.
Burning it.
Yeah.
But this at least
fair.
like puts you in a frame of mind of positive.
Yeah.
And even though you're feeling whatever it is you have to feel, like having those, I went down the rabbit hole yesterday with 1111 and affirmations and just like hearing it come from another source and
Yeah.
that validation, it just is, as silly as it sounds to need that, it just like, I feel better. Like, you're not alone. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Well, and knowing that someone wrote this book, right?
They felt it too, yeah.
Yes. Like, you were there. You were in the
Right.
trenches. You still are in the trenches. Like, you should write another one for, like, what to do when your kids are 3 and 5.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Because it's a
I don't know
different
what to do
journey.
yet.
Right.
But that's what you're.
Maybe when they're like 8 and 10, I could
Right.
write that one.
Because it's so different. And, like,
When
it
I
just
get out of it.
keeps evolving, right? Like, ooh, I'm
Yeah.
unplugging everything. Yeah, this is interesting. How do you think your activity books are going to evolve? Like, do you have, like, plans for it? Or are you just kind of going to go with it organically as they get older?
I think so. Yeah, I'll probably still do. Like, I need to get a Valentine. Not need to. I want to make sure I have one for like every holiday. So I
yeah,
have,
that makes. Yeah.
my Easter one is only like a dot marker book for littles,
Okay.
and that's it. So I could do more like seasonal ones and try and get
Okay.
one for every season.
I love that.
For now,
What
but right
do
now,
you enjoy creating? Like, do you like doing the holiday ones? Do you like doing the postpartum? Or like, where
do
do
you know what?
you find?
I don't have a favorite, but the activity ones are definitely the most fun. Is like trying to find like what to put in them because I try not to have them all have the same.
That's
Right.
a lot. Like,
Stuff,
it
so.
takes a lot to format that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and for it to all work together. It looks like, oh, anybody could do this, but no.
No, I couldn't do this.
No, it is a very, very thought out, intentional.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, like settling.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're never done.
Okay.
So it's like I have to just be like, okay, no, this is done, and now it's time to submit it.
So I don't
Or
know
else
if
I
we
could
really,
keep adding or keep editing or move like
yeah.
one little bird somewhere. Like it's just
Right.
like my brain doesn't stop. So I feel like I have to know.
Do you enlist
when
like
it's
friends
done.
and family?
Yeah.
I do.
As like your editors?
I do.
almost?
One of my best friends, Alicia Cook. She's an amazing person. She's a very good writer. One of her poetry books is actually being turned into like an opera in a way, which
cool.
is like
That is super
amazing.
cool.
She's super, super talented. So she is. I pretty much just like pay her in coffee and friendship, and that's it.
I love that. I love that.
But she will read everything for me, and it's just great because it's like a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
Like she'll notice like a double space that like I would look right over 100 times.
Because you looked at it
Because you
100
look at
times.
it 100 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're looking at the same.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's. How did you like pen to paper? Like, what was your process to be like, I want to do this? Because everybody says, I want to do that. I'd be good at this. But like, did you just say, sit down?
With the activity books, I just started. I just went on Canva, and I
Okay.
just started making stuff. I went on Procreate, and I drew like some simple things. I'm not a very good drawer, but I could draw like the beach badges and stuff that are in there.
Right.
Simple pages, and then I would outsource art and buy some art from other people, and then you like put that into upload that into Canva and do it on there. And then I was like, okay, well now I have this book in Canva. Now what? Now how the hell do I get it out of here?
This is
You
the
know,
process
like-
that like nobody talks about.
Yeah.
Is like the okay, now you've.
I
Created.
kind of just like was like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna figure it out along the way. Like I watched a bunch of YouTube videos or TikToks, and I just was like, okay, let's just try to do it.
And now you're
I love
out
it.
there and promoting.
Yeah.
So what does that
Which
look
I'm
like?
terrible at marketing.
But see,
I'm the
that's
worst
the
with
part
Instagram.
of it that
like
it's the
worst.
creating part, which is in and of itself a task. But then you become your own. Like authors have to self promote.
Yeah.
Like almost more than any other
Yeah.
like industry. I feel like because it's you.
Yep.
It's you writing it. It's your baby. It's what are they going to say about
Well, and if you
what
go to a
I've
publishing house,
done?
they take all your money.
They do. I tried that.
And you get
don't
lost
do it.
in
I'm like,
it.
I'm not there. Like
You get
yet.
lost
Like maybe
in
one day, maybe somebody wants to come to me because you love my books. That'd be great.
Well, I think Kendra Scott, right? Kendra Scott published a few books, and I think like her first one or two were through a publishing house, and they like didn't sell. And then she published, it self-published, and then they blew up. I think it was Kendra Scott.
I think seeing the author, like in there, like you are running your socials, you are posting, you went to Mall Shop and did like a pop-up kids reading
Yeah,
so
that was
moms
such a funny
could
event.
do some shopping. I don't think James would be your best participant for that. You'd be in WrestleMania with him. We sat that one out. But you are out there. Like
Yeah,
you
I
have to
try.
be pushing it.
Yeah.
I can do a better job, 100%.
Oh, well, everybody.
You
I
have a
not
5-year-old
been-
and a 3.5-year-old. It's not like you
I
have all
know.
the free time. You know, they're not, once they're in school, it'll be different.
I know.
Ish.
Ish.
Different-ish,
Well,
yeah.
you'll have those uninterrupted times, except for when they realize they can call you from the office.
Or their teachers realize they can call you from the office.
Yeah, well, that's true too. No, mine just call me. I know the phone, and I go, I'm not answering it.
They just call you.
I know when it's the
I have a
nurse,
headache
and I
or-
know when it's the office. No, like, can you bring my laptop? Can you? I don't have gym clothes. I left my lunch and I'm like, I'm done. Like, you guys are old enough.
Yeah.
Quinn
Remember
is
it.
8. I don't have a problem with him. He's got all his stuff. You two numbnuts. Like, I can't.
Oh my god.
I mean, it says something about what was done for that birth order.
No,
she'll
I'm
blame the
telling
birth
you.
order like
Oh,
out
I
of the
will.
gate.
I'm telling you, second kid knows they're the middle child. Like, they come out like guns blazing.
That's
Like,
my
they
second.
know
That's wild.
My
that they are
second.
the middle child.
For sure.
They all of them, they all know birth order. No, but it's, I think something happens with hormones to boys specifically. 'Cause I
Yeah.
have all boys. We all have all boys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm just warning you, something happens to their brains at around like 11.
Oh boy.
It hasn't righted itself yet. 14 is 13 days away for us, for my oldest, Aiden. He's a little better. Like, he's very organized, but he also, like, can't, like, comprehend things you say to him.
They just tune you out forever.
No, they look at you and you think, okay.
They don't process.
This is, he's hearing me. And then it's like he swears the conversation never happened.
But I feel like
It's
that's
often
what
like
I
talking to
just
your husband, maybe.
Yeah, I just had that conversation with Greg. I was like, "Did you hear a word I said?"
No, they hear you. They're just not listening.
Listening.
It's
Big
like,
difference.
Oh,
I don't
God.
even know if mine hear me, though. They're just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom's talking, just
Yes.
Like,
not.
what video game am I going to
Yeah.
play in a little bit?
Right.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
am I think I want to eat? I'm
I need
hungry.
snacks.
Yeah.
I'm always hungry.
Yeah, like we'll say to my middle guy, right? We're like, all right, we're gonna order bullhorns, which I don't know if you have that in Point or around there, but it's like a burger place.
Oh no.
It's like 30 burgers, whatever. So he'll be like, okay, and we're like, what do you want? Like a crispy chicken sandwich, pickles, whatever, like your normal. He'll go, yeah. We'll order it. It'll come, and he'll be like, I did not want this. And we're like, you okayed it like 3 separate times,
Yeah.
and you don't want it. Liam, we love him. But yeah, it's just
Yeah, they don't.
no, they don't.
I feel like it's, intentional because if they don't hear you, you're going to do it for them or
That's true.
It's intentional. It could be.
It
It could
is.
be.
It could be.
I mean, who knows?
They're like,
do
she's
they
going to
ever
give in at some
take
point.
accountability? Like they're like, "What are you talking about?" Like and then you're like, "God, did I say something? Did they say that?"
Yeah.
And then it's that.
Nothing like your kids gaslighting.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, they're doing it
Our whole
before they
life.
know how they're
It'd be our
doing
whole
it.
life.
That's
I know.
our whole life is breaking them down. Like, do moms of girls have these same type
Oh my
of-
God, so much worse. So much worse.
I think
We-
they're better when they're younger, but obviously we can't speak. None of us can speak for that. But then when they get older,
That's when we reap the
Oh,
benefits.
I
period
could
and
speak
stuff.
to it.
Like I feel like
my oldest is like really only friends with. He's got some guy friends, but like most of his friends are girls. And while they're lovely to me and anyone who's not their mother, like the shit hits the fan there. Like my kids don't scream and yell at me.
Yeah.
These girls slam in doors.
Oh yeah.
They want belly
I
button
remember
rings
doing
in
that.
like 7th grade and like the
button
crop
rings.
tops. Like it's crazy. This is really beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So, my brain's exploding. We'll have a conversation after the podcast.
I literally, I watched her pick it up, and I was like, I could probably tell you what wheels are going
They're
on
going.
in her
They're
head
going.
right now. But that speaks to your talent.
It does.
honestly.
Like
Well,
this
thank
is
you.
really. Did you look at this one? It's really beautiful. The graphics
yes,
are
yes,
beautiful.
yes.
Like really pretty.
It's
I found my
very-
illustrator in Point. She actually lives in Point too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it's a true local operation.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
And I mean, it's not like it's like if I did like if mine wouldn't look like this because I would lose interest in like.
Well, no,
fun.
I can't do any of the illustrating. That's
Yeah, but
It's
the
really
writing
cute.
part is super.
Yeah.
And I only know this because I went down the path at one point, and in moments of, it was like it was right after I had my second miscarriage, and I quit my job because I worked around kids. I didn't want to be anywhere but in my bed.
Yeah.
And my best friend tasked me to write a children's book about her logo. And it brought me out of a space. Little did I know that how I was writing sounded great to me, but like when brought to people who actually knew what they were talking about, they're like, yeah, you need to change this. That doesn't work. This doesn't work. You're going to have to self-publish. You're going to have to either go to publishing houses. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Not doing any of that. I'm not rewriting
You are
this.
cute though. She wrote me
That you can revive.
a Stacy the Christmas elf
oh my gosh. stop.
story.
Well, rhyming is what I enjoy, and apparently that is not what sells. So
Mine does rhyme,
they told
but that is hard to do
It is hard to do.
when you're
fun,
writing like a
though.
whole story.
It was fun. It's fun. It's a fun thing. But when you talk about putting yourself out there and the bravery of, like, I had major imposter syndrome. I'm like, who the hell do I think I am, right? But to put yourself out there in a way of, like, what you've created and hoping that people not just like it, but don't put you down or criticize.
Yeah.
Like, that's what impresses me on a really, like, high level, because most people are just like either don't even put the pen to paper or don't want to put themselves out there for that feeling of rejection.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
sure.
I have been rejected by the Ocean County Library. They did not take
Fuck them.
Hero and Hall's Beach Quest.
Really?
Yeah, and I can't get in touch with the lady to figure out, like, what it is, because I have a couple author friends, and they're like, submit it, like, it's going to get, like, accepted. But I don't know if it's because of, like, the percentage I have. Like, I don't know if they purchase it through the website and they don't like the discount that they get. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure that
But
out.
why wouldn't they just tell you? Like,
I don't know.
that's the part about, like,
How much is this book?
$12.99.
So you're telling me that they wouldn't buy it for $12.99 and keep it in their library?
I don't. Yeah.
Come on, Ocean County.
I know.
Get it together.
I don't know.
but
Why
why you?
resubmit it again and see what happens?
I feel like you go to the Monmouth County Library.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's on the list.
You know, yeah. How much time we all talk?
I mean,
about
it's just a
this.
form you have to get and send in. I probably could have them email it to me if I called.
Oh, definitely.
And they have, like, how many? Like, yeah, screw the Ocean County.
Yeah. F them.
Yeah.
They're on the list now.
Now we'll just go there. I'm gonna let my toddler run. I mean, he's not toddler anymore. I can't believe I just said that.
See, now you know how I am. I call Quinny my baby.
I'm
He's
gonna
8.
sick James on them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Be like, Hruska or James.
The choice is yours. So what are your goals? Like, where do you see yourself in, like, 5 years with this?
I always tell my husband, I'm going to just be a famous author one day. I just keep telling
You
myself
are.
that. But
I feel like you already are, because you definitely have. A lot of people know you. Like, I would think that you're on your way on that path. That
I mean, thank you for saying that.
I
don't
mean,
feel
I didn't-
that way. But
I said to Stacy, I was like, she's a children's author. Like, we need her on this podcast. This is, like, we're very mindful and intentional. And this isn't about who hasn't sat there, because Stacy and I are just flying by the seat of our pants
yeah.
every second of our days. So when you and I met, and I said this to her a long time ago, I was like, I really want Renee on there. Like, I think that your work is super quality. You were so nice to me.
Thank
like,
you.
I just, you're very approachable, and I think that I know it translates in what you're putting out there, because these are things that you want to do with your own kids. Like, these are things that you wanted women to know, that, like, you wish somebody had given to you or told you, and people are seeing that. Like, you're definitely on that path.
I try to make things that have meaning. Like the
Yeah.
gratitude journal. I also have, like, an affirmation coloring book for kids, which is also great for adults. Like, even though it's children's illustrations, it's still great for adults. And then Hero and Hall is about, you know, keeping the beaches clean and picking up after yourself and learning that at a young age. So I try to have intention with everything
Yeah, it's not just the money
that
maker.
I make. You know, some things are just coloring books, but those are
There's nothing wrong with that
Fun.
either. Yeah,
Fun to
I
make,
love
you know?
I love coloring.
coloring is very good for stress release.
It really is.
She was on the
She
phone
makes-
with me the other day.
She makes fun of
coloring.
me.
I mean, I made fun of you because of what you were coloring.
It's fine.
I won't out it, but
It's fine. You can out it.
okay. Oh, she was finishing her kid's project.
I was. I was.
And not her 8-year-old. This was like her oldest son, who, by the way, I heard him tell her how proud he was of it. And then she's like, oh, I think he needs to do this a little here and that. I'm like, get the hell out of his...
Okay, in fairness, it
I
was
know.
not coloring. It was perspective line drawing. And I was just,
She was an architect chick, so she's like...
interior design. I
Whatever.
went to school for interior design. So, like, I hated perspective drawing, but I was just shading for him, just a little. He got
It's
an-
hard
my
not
dad
to.
did.
It's
He
hard
got
not
an
to.
A on it, and then my jackass middle child had the same project, but, like, you know, a grade lower. Oh no! Have you heard of the Hawktua girl? I know this will get
Yes,
Ming's
I
attention.
know. Yes, I have.
All right.
I have no idea
So
what you're talking
they
about.
say Hawktua.
I think you even told me this, and I
So
still
it's
don't know.
it's like a spit on it, right? You got to yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you spitting on?
It.
Your wee wee?
Not my wee. But yes.
Who is spitting on
The
that?
Haktua girl. So it's like all over like TikTok.
She even had a Halloween costume. I saw.
Yes,
Spirit
they do.
Halloween.
She's got a podcast too. But anyway.
She is not in
So
my algorithm.
they keep saying Haktua, and I'm like, can you just stop? It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't even know that you really know what it is. But if someone hears you say that in school or on like the soccer field, like you're 11. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Or 12. He's 12. Sorry, Liam. So he comes home from school and he's like, I got in trouble today. And I said, why? And he goes, well, somebody, so not Liam, somebody.
We always ask for a
Found his sketchbook that he left in art class. And he was doing a cityscape. And on one of the street signs, they wrote Haktua. And I said, so somebody did it.
Not
and
you.
He said, and now he's like smiling. He goes, yeah. And I go, it wasn't you. He's like, no. I go, you're full of shit. And he just started laughing.
Who knew there was an artist bandit?
Just don't lie about it.
Don't
and just
lie
don't do it
about
again.
it. And come on. And he's like, yeah, I had to go to Mr. Pepe's office. I'm like, of course you did, because you're gross.
Yeah. You're gross.
You're a boy.
Boys are gross.
Boys
How
forever.
are your boys responding to your books? Are they like so excited? I know 3 and 5, they only care about boogers, but
Yeah, no, they do. Anytime Nolan picks one up because his birthday's coming, he's like, I want this for my birthday. I'm like, you have it, buddy. I'm like, you have it. Take that one.
You should make him a birthday.
I know. So
A
I
birthday
made Lincoln wanted a donut party last year. So then I made like a donut activity book.
That's
And then I gave that as
that.
like the favors.
What a good favor for a party.
Yeah.
A
Who wants more
custom-
candy or little
A
chintzy
custom
toy
kids.
things?
Yeah.
Like for that kid though. Like as
love that.
a party favor.
And Nolan had a dinosaur one the year
I
before,
love
so I just made like a
that.
dino coloring book. 'cause he
That's
was little.
really cool.
That is very cool.
What's the turnaround time?
This went from a
Sorry.
podcast to a
I'm
business
just
meeting.
curious.
Her wheels can't
You know, it depends
stop.
on what it is. You know, I can't do anything that's has a copyright on it.
Right,
You know,
right.
Like
Okay.
Spider-Man or anything
Right,
like
right.
that.
Oh no, you don't need that stuff. You don't need that stuff.
No, but I'm just
It depends on what it is and what like you would want in it.
okay. All right. No, I'm just my wheels are turning for after the podcast. All right. So we know
Like
that
you need a
are-
notepad.
No, it's all in here for now, and then it'll.
She has 25 notepads, and every time we go to her to-do
can't
list,
find
she
the
can't
one I
remember
want.
which
one
notepad
it's
she
in.
put
Yeah,
that
yeah,
list in, and I'm
true.
like,
Yeah.
maybe you should just have
Have
one.
just one notepad.
Just a suggestion. Maybe you could write her. Maybe you could give her that.
A
Let's
notepad,
create.
yeah.
this-
Do you know
never
what? I'll
gonna
give you
happen.
the notebook I have.
Thank you.
I mean, and
She
you
has
can
a-
just start fresh with
She's
that
got the purge has to happen first.
It's true.
The
It's really a
purge.
problem.
True.
And a lot of
Transfer
them look the
everything
same. So like I'll just grab the one, and then I'm like, this is not.
But to her credit, she is excellent at note taking.
I am.
Excellent at
That's
it.
great.
Yeah,
I am.
She's really, really
I am.
good.
It's just I gotta find the notepad.
I asked
And
her
where
today.
you wrote the notes down.
And I'm always like, oh, good, she's taking the notes. I don't have to worry about it. They're like, Stacey, did we say yes to that? She's like, I don't think so. Let me look in my notes. Where are my notes?
Where are they?
Which book is
notebook?
that?
I literally have
Which-
7 right now.
Yeah.
I got a red one the other day, so I could differentiate.
Tell the difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to remember
You just
what
gotta
you're
get rid
writing.
of the other
in
ones
each
now.
I know.
one.
Well, I
Condense
Transfer
it.
everything
I
over.
do date them, and I like date and label, so I know at the top of every page. But like sometimes it'll go from like June, and then the next page is like November because I'm having.
We're using a different notebook
Yes.
in between.
Or she'll have a notebook for real estate, and then a notebook for turnkey women, and then a notebook for whatever media, and then she'll. And I'm like,
But then sometimes they cross over,
Right.
Because I brought the wrong notebook.
You need like a big 5-star notebook with
a
the
binder.
sections.
I do.
You need a binder
You know?
for your backpack.
binder,
She wears
yeah.
a backpack.
I
Where's
also
your
wear a
backpack?
It's over here, jackass. Anyway,
She has lots of notebooks she used to carry around. She needs a backpack.
That's my boy. Get her a binder.
I'm a
A
middle
binder.
schooler.
yeah.
So
So now that we know these books are for Stacy,
for
Yeah.
me, they're all for me. So we know you're going to be a famous author in 5 years, which is clear. And where can we buy your books? Do you have an Amazon shop? Do you
Amazon,
Instagram shop?
barnesandnoble.com, walmart.com.
Nice.
Oh,
And I
cool.
usually have them all in person.
Very, very
So if
cool.
anybody wanted
are
them
you doing
in
any
person.
pop-ups anytime soon?
I don't have anything scheduled right now.
Okay.
But hopefully something. I was talking to Sam about maybe doing another Christmas
I
one.
think you should.
Yeah.
I think you. I was about to say, like, that's a no-brainer.
I know.
Yeah.
That
I'll
was
come
really
without
fun.
my kids.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
with me.
Me too.
I'll put you to work.
I love doing that. We're
Usually
good.
my oldest comes with me, and he stands, because I have a little crab on every page of Hero and Hall's Beach Quest that I just had my illustrator put somewhere, not really hidden. So I like to let the kids find it, and Lincoln will just be pointing. I'm like, let the other kids do it. We're just get so
cute.
excited.
I would dress up like an elf.
I would love that.
totally
I'm not being
would.
Santa, but you could be the elf.
There you go. Be an elf.
I like a good.
I actually do have a really cool Santa costume.
She has a Santa Claus. She could be Mrs. Claus.
I could. I mean, I do real estate full time, and it was the day before Christmas Eve. So most people know that as the 23rd. And I had a showing, and I dressed up like Santa.
No way.
Yeah,
She
I
did.
wore it to my showing.
She did.
It was clients that I had a well-established relationship with.
I don't care if you
that.
died. I love
would've
that.
died.
But they were like, "Wow," and I'm like, "Yep, this is who you signed.
Merry
This
Christmas.
is who you signed on to work with."
Surprise.
Do you have anybody else I could work with?
Yeah, right.
Don't you want to refer me? Yeah, I'm totally mentally stable. I swear.
But those are the kinds of things that people like.
They remember.
Yeah, I would
Remember.
love that.
Yeah,
I would love
yeah,
that. That would make me laugh so
We
hard.
could totally make this a fun.
Yeah.
My brain's working now.
See,
You need a
Now
notebook
you've
now.
activated the event side.
there you go. Wonder Twins. All right,
What
so
do
we
they do
know
this?
they do
Wonder
this. Wonder Twins activate?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. How's it go, Ming?
Ming.
Yeah. So
Well, give everybody your handle. I know we said you can find.
Amazon, Walmart, and
But
Barnes
where
and
do we
Noble.com.
go to get to those links?
You can go to ReneeHruska.com. I have them
Okay.
all linked there. Or you can go
Hruska.
Yeah.
Hruska.
You could go to Renee Hruska _ on Instagram, and then I have it all in my bio as well.
Amazing. Well, thank you for coming
you so
on
much.
our
Of course.
podcast.
Thank
that
you
was
for having me.
so
Anytime.
fun.
I was terrified.
Don't be.
Of us or just sitting in the seat?
Just sitting in the
Oh,
seat.
okay. We were terrified. I said to Stacey, why do we keep doing this? And I'm glad she pushed us because
It's fun.
It is fun. And Ming makes it super comfortable
Yeah.
and easy to get in this seat. And we appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate
Be
you guys
sure to
having me.
check these books out and stay tuned for what's to come for Renee and her books for 2025.
Yes, book number 2's in the works.
Amazing.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.